Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is going to be a little bit of a different start to the Saturday videos that we typically do here. We had a bunch of people subscribe to the channel over this past week, and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit coming up here. But I just wanted to thank all of y'all for subscribing. It means a lot to me. Trying to get out the word on rockhounding, mineral collecting, things like that. Promote it as a hobby, activity, whatever you want to do with it. So typically, every Saturday, come out here to the shop. We talk about different subjects, look at rocks, things that don't really warrant their own video, but are still pretty interesting. You know, you can think about it like it's a 8 to 15 minute little podcast, essentially. So this past week, myself, Sarah, and our dog Laika went and did some rockhounding, and it was cold. As you can see here, it was quite chilly out there. A lot of freezing fog. Trying to find a different spot to, do some agate hunting. And in the process, we found a lot of wonderstone. And Sarah had the find of the day. She usually does. Nice agatized piece of wood here. You can kind of see some of that little agate popping out. You can really see it right there. Pretty nice little specimen. Back here, all of this material is actually from the Yellowstone River in Montana. And, I have all these rocks piling up on the bench back there, and I had to do some cutting, had to check some of these guys out. And I think we should probably start with this big one, and it's not exactly what you think it's gonna be. I thought that guy back there was gonna be an agate. Now, it certainly has the texture, it has the look, if you ask me. So let's check this out here. We'll look at the end cut mostly. Now, it's got that kind of like jasp agate texture. And, it's pretty meh, you know, it's just brown. It is, I believe it to be jasper, mostly jasper, but quite, unimpressive. So that's going to make its way out to, the backyard pile. We picked up a number of rocks out there that was kind of like, what the heck is it? I just want to bring it home and cut it and see what's going on. And that's what that is. This piece might be a keeper. We got all that green in there. The green's epidote. And I bet you this would take a really nice polish and it could look pretty good. I don't have any water out here because it's really, really cold. But you'd have to take my word on that. Maybe we'll bring some water out here next week to look at it. Now this, I thought initially could have just been some quartz, but it has a very nice blue-green hue to it when it's wet, and that's another one that I think is going to be a keeper, so I thought I would share that. You never know with these things what they're going to look like. I mean, sometimes your tumbled river rock is quite difficult to identify. So, this past week, drinking some tea. It's cold. This past week, right? I uploaded a video cutting some different thunder eggs and stuff, and that were sent here on the channel. And it's interesting because YouTube picked up that video in its algorithm and promoted the heck out of it. And now I would like to think that all of the videos I do here on this channel are worth watching. Otherwise, I wouldn't put them up in the first place. But it's definitely not the best thing that I have. I mean, there's a whole, if you go to the main channel here, there's so many great videos, educational videos, rockhounding videos, and to have a video get highly promoted of just cutting some rocks, well, that's not exactly what I was hoping for and what YouTube would pick to promote. And that kind of brings up the subject of what YouTube does, okay? So YouTube picks winners and losers in the YouTube universe. And that's just a fact. some of my favorite YouTube channels get very few views and very few likes, subscriptions, all of that. They're very small. And it's not because the creator's not trying, they're not following all the best practices of thumbnails and all of that. They just, for whatever reason, YouTube doesn't promote them. And some stuff that gets a ton of views is complete trash, in my opinion. And I'm not talking about like, oh, some music video I just disagree with being trash. No, like rockhounding videos that I think they don't offer much of anything. And but YouTube just gives them a bump along. And that's just the way the game's played. So if you're here, I like to think that I offer a lot of good quality, exciting videos that you can learn some stuff from. Let's look at this fluorescing rock here. So this is one of those jackpot thunder eggs. I'm not going to turn off all the lights, but I will throw in a photo, and you can see that green pop in there. So this was a fun one, and I'm certainly going to be heading back to Jackpot, Nevada when it's not below 20 degrees, and I'm going to be getting some more of this stuff. There's not a whole lot of solid thunder eggs out there, but you can find lots of bits everywhere. And I'm going to do my best to work on a fluorescent mineral display over this winter. I have a lot of projects going on, so who knows if that'll happen. Other things going on. I have had my high-tech diamond flat lap now for 6 months now. 6 months. So I will be finally putting up a review on that. I think it's been enough time to where I can offer my opinions on it and be honest about it, I'll probably get that up sometime this coming week. Lastly, I think we should keep this kind of a short one here. Want to talk a little bit about road cuts, okay? Now, I know everybody kind of gets into rockhounding and mineral collecting for their own reasons, but we hit up a lot of road cuts. Now, the thing is, right, the government has already done all the heavy lifting of cutting this giant notch in a hillside for a road, and in most places, it is perfectly legal to stop there and get out and pick up some rocks, because of the public right-of-way and on and on. Some people don't like that. They want a more peaceful experience. I'm down with the peaceful experience and the road cut, I like collecting minerals, and, well, this is what we have here. This is amblyte. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But I found this roadside, and you can maybe see right there. I'll put some photos in. There's little tiny red garnets throughout this, which is pretty cool. And I'm looking for a more significant deposit of this, something on public lands, not roadside, that I could share here on this channel. But it's there you go, you can kind of see some of those right there. Pretty cool stuff. And it's, I gotta check that off of my collect all the minerals in Washington list. Pretty though. Like a little sparkle to it, Well, so here's the thing. I would like to try to share more roadside rockhounding here on this channel, but it's difficult. And I'm thinking about maybe like, incorporating it a little bit into the Saturday videos, or possibly doing some kind of like compilation. Because really, I mean, it's shooting fish in a barrel, right? And that's that. Like, pull over, pick it up off the side of the road. You're not exactly like rockhounding. You're just picking something up. So it doesn't exactly make for that exciting video that people like. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. And lastly, I think I'll leave you with this. Somebody left a comment here on this channel, which I don't know. Maybe it hit the funny bone on me. I thought it was an amusing way of wording something. They said that rockhounding for agates is the pumpkin spice latte of the rockhounding world. And I think they meant it in a disparaging way. But it's kind of funny, right? Like, so many people get into rockhounding and they only want agates, or they're only looking for agates, and a lot of people kind of move beyond that. Some people stay with that because they love it, and that's totally fine. And pumpkin spice lattes are kind of like the butt of a joke, and people love them. They're still good. I just thought that was a funny way of looking at rockhounding. Being into agates is the pumpkin spice latte of rockhounding. Well, I think we're going to leave it there. I hope you found this to be a fun and informative video, and I'll catch you on the next one, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.